Okay, this is the last straw. This situation needs to be addressed ASAP.
Greetings, warriors, and welcome to the War Room with Jael. And this is your host, Jael.
Human nature produces conflict. I think we all know this. No matter where you go in the world, there are misunderstandings, disagreements, even full-out wars. But the argument could be made that many conflicts could be avoided, or at least de-escalated, by engaging in uncomfortable yet necessary conversations. In this installment, we will cover 4 actions to take when engaging in difficult conversations. Stay tuned.
Dispel worst case and best case scenarios as outliers.
Some conversations are high stakes, some low stakes, but they all have stakes. Now, this is not to make you overanalyze everything you say, but understand that words do have meanings, and sometimes words unsaid have connotations. When we think about engaging in potentially challenging conversations, sometimes our minds drift to what the worst case or best case scenario will be. However, such encounters don't tend to end in tragedy of historic proportions, nor do they tend to end in a kumbaya moment, skipping off into the sunset under a rainbow holding hands. Can these outcomes happen? Yes, but don't necessarily focus on those as likely conclusions because they're outliers. Outcomes to difficult conversations are normally somewhere in the middle. It's not likely that you or the other person will be irreparably damaged, but nor can you guarantee that feelings will not be hurt or the other party will not be offended or angered. You just try the best you can to mitigate any extreme emotional responses as much as possible. But regardless of what the anticipated outcome is, it should not deter you from addressing a situation if necessary. Because if an issue has gotten to the point where it is putting your relationship, business or personal, in peril, it is best to address it before it is irreparably damaged.
Have an agenda.
I'm sure that we have all had those spur-of-the-moment conversations where after the fact you could think of a million things that you should have said or not said, or how you could have expressed your thoughts differently. This is one time where having an agenda is actually a good thing. Write out a script or bullet points to outline what you want to say and practice your part of the conversation in the event that you get tongue-tied or sidetracked. Know what battles to pick to win the war. Don't let incidents fester until you explode, because sometimes it is best to address misunderstandings and nip them in the bud at the outset before they do turn into full-fledged problems. But know what is essential and what has the best chance of making an impact. Because quite frankly, nobody's gonna hear and another thing. And another thing. Oh, and another thing. Yet nobody's here for that. Nobody wants to listen to all of that. Because if it's a laundry list, chances are nothing on the task list is going to be addressed. Pick your battles. Be specific and give applicable examples, because if you're looking for behavior modification, you can't expect someone to address something when they're unclear on what the behavior in question is. Take responsibility for your part in the misunderstanding and conflict, because very rarely is only one person the guilty party. We all make missteps in the course of human communications and relationships. It happens. Be specific and be fair.
Moderate your tone and keep a cool head.
No one is going to listen to you drone on and on and on about why you are unhappy, and moreover that they are the cause of your unhappiness. Not your boss, your employees, your colleagues, your significant other, your parents, your children, your friends. No one wants to hear all of that, even if they have caused you harm. Because if nothing is going right, the other party may come to the conclusion that nothing will make you happy, so nothing is exactly what you're going to get. We are all 100% responsible for our own happiness, no one else. So if you think you will be entering into a potentially challenging conflict type of conversation and that you will be the one bringing the fire, take a break, take a breath, relax, take a walk. Because unless you are going for a scorched earth outcome, which maybe you might be, no judgment, and that's a whole different conversation. But unless you are looking for a scorched earth outcome, coming into a conversation bringing a blowtorch will not be effective. Address the behavior, not attack the person. Keep a cool head and put everything into perspective. In a past video, we addressed the benefits of a technique called acknowledging and validating, and it's proven to be a great listening skill and can support effective engagement. And I will link the video above as well as in the description box below. And this technique allows you to address issues in such a way that the other party feels heard, which can de-escalate potentially tense situations and facilitate beneficial interactions. Be logically passionate, keep a cool head, express your point, and listen.
Agree to agree or agree to disagree.
Sometimes you will get to a resolution, other times not. Sometimes the initial conversation will set off a series of dialogues needed to address issues. You can't control what anyone else does, but you can just try your best to influence. And remember that influence goes both ways. You may come to an understanding that honors both of you in some way, or you could influence someone to view you in a negative light. No one owes you anything, nor are they obligated to agree with you. They are well within their rights to have their own opinions about a matter. Aim for a win-win, but accept the fact that the outcome may not be ideal for you. Just know that engaging in potentially challenging conversations is still worth the effort, regardless of the result. Well, warriors, we have come to the end of another video, and I hope all of your difficult conversations result in easy wins. So, here is the challenge for this week.
Analyze what your approach has been to difficult conversations historically. What would you have done differently, and what do you feel was effective? And lastly, what did you do when an outcome was not what you expected? And how will you address such outcomes in the future? Comment below with your thoughts.
As always, thank you for watching. And until next time, my brave, bold, and bodacious warriors, be fearless, be faithful, be visionary, and be victorious.
Hey warriors, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. Also, follow me on Twitter at War Room Coaching for even more business and life motivation. Have a visionary day.